to Gourmet Again. I'm Sharine, and this is my kitchen. Today we have a very special guest from Ukraine. He's going to teach us how to make a traditional favorite dish, borscht. Bogdan's off in the wings, so let's get him in here to tell us all about today's dish. Come on in, Bogdan.
Buongiorno, dobry den, and hello. So today we're gonna cook our special Ukrainian dish called borscht. Ukrainian people have been cooking borscht for centuries, maybe even thousands of years. So it's one of the healthiest and strongest products of Ukrainian cuisine and the most famous one in the world.
And we're going to do a version that uses pork today,
yeah, right? But probably one of the best kind of meat we can use is pork or wild duck meat because it's pretty dense and it's good for being boiled for a long time.
Great.
So for about like 4 months ago I was Skyping with my parents and I was trying to make borscht here in America, so I got this Russian recipe.
Two sides. What's our first step in making borscht?
So first step, we need to take out our pork about like about a pound and put it in the boiling water and boil it for about half an hour.
Okay, so till it's cooked all the way through pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay, great, let's do that. Pick your slice.
I got some this one.
There we go.
How much is it?
So it's about, as he said, it's about a pound. And the water is boiling on high. It's not boiling yet, but it's starting to get little bubbles in it, so it'll be in there for about 30 minutes. We'll come check on it as we're preparing our vegetables. Okay, so what are we doing this time, Bogan? We've got the meat in the water, right?
We're getting our vegetables prepared, although we peel them and cut them to pieces.
Yeah. So we're going to, Bogdan says we're going to take a whole potato and cut it into about 6 big slices, because they're going to cook for a little while.
Yeah, because it's gonna be cooked for hour and 10 minutes, so we don't want it to fall apart.
How is that? Is that a good size?
That's perfect.
Okay, good. We like perfect.
Yeah. About perfection.
Oh, there's the red light. Hello. All right, so we're back. We've got our 5 potatoes peeled and cut into 6 chunks each, and then there are 2 beet roots. We're going to peel these according to Bogdan, and then we're going to shred them. So this will be fun. I'll try.
So meat is the main part of our borscht, our Ukrainian borscht, because Russian borscht, they don't use beets. Mostly they use only cabbage and potato. They call it green borscht. We're gonna make red borscht.
Red borscht.
Red, primordial Slavic borscht.
Yeah. Red shreds.
Right.
So I have a question. I thought that borscht had cream in it.
Oh yeah, we gotta put some sour cream in the very end when it's be red and ready.
We might have to go buy some. Okay, so we got pork in here, and I'm gonna scrape off the scum,
foam.
the pork foam.
Yeah, because it's good for your cholesterol.
Oh, so this is like fat.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So take it off.
Keep it lean.
So in Russian Empire, borscht used to be a delicacy, so only royal family could get access to borscht.
Really?
But now in Soviet Union and in Ukraine, in independent Ukraine, it became like a daily dish. So basically my family and I, we have borscht or soup pretty much every day, because my mom says if you don't have a soup or borscht every day, your stomach's gonna be upset. It used to be Peter the Great's favorite dish when he used to come to Ukraine, which used to be a part of the Russian Empire, especially when he had a war with the Swedish Karl XII, and Karl XII used to like this very much. So when he came to invade Ukraine, he couldn't resist borscht.
All right, so Bogdan, tell us how to cut the cabbage. This is about a half of a whole head of green cabbage.
So we go sidewise, and then we're gonna cut it smaller pieces.
Bogdan, what city do you live in the Ukraine?
I live in a city called Shostka. It's one of the most northern city in Ukraine. It's just 15 miles from the border with Russia.
Really?
Yes, but although it's so close to Russia, but I've been to Russia only once. In Moscow. Yeah. Yeah, in my city in Ukraine, it's spread out of the powder factory by the special order of the Peter the Great. It was created a powder factory there, and it was second largest in the whole Russian Empire after the one in St. Petersburg. So basically, city got set out from this factory, and now it's like 100,000 people in there.
Talcum powder?
No, just gunpowder.
Oh.
Yeah, like cannon powder.
So Bogdan, what do they call cabbage?
We call it kapusta, and it's also the word for money, like a slang. Money, green because it's a green dollar. Kapusta.
Yeah. Lay some cabbage on me.
Here they sometimes call them frogs.
Yeah.
Dollar bills. Sometimes they call them frogs.
You do? What country am I in?
I've never heard of it.
Detroit they did.
I heard like
Really?
Yeah.
Let's put these in the water. How's that?
perfect.
All right. They're in.
So now we're gonna wait until all this mess turns white. I mean the beets. So we're gonna wait until they turn white, and they're gonna give all the taste to the water.
So Bogdan, we've had the beets and the pork cooking now for about 45-ish minutes, and everything's cooked down, right?
Yeah, so the beets, they've been cooking for about 20 minutes, so they turned all white. And so now we're gonna add some potato and cabbage. So we just put them all in.
Bloop.
Yeah. And make the fire bigger until it boils. And my suggestion would be, if you have a big pot, you should keep some water, some extra boiled water to put it in.
Well, let's go ahead and keep some on hand. What do you think?
Yeah.
Bogdan has chopped an entire yellow onion really finely. So it's not minced, but chopped real fine. You can see that it's pretty coarse. So I've put some of our favorite olive oil in a saute pan. This is our friends Richard and Myrna, San Miguel Olive Farm. They have just won like double golds, best of shows, best of class, and gold, like huge awards for 2012. Napa County and Yolo County and the California Mid-State Fair. So this olive oil is some of the best oil you can get on the planet right now,
Nice.
according to all these connoisseurs in the state. So it's extra virgin olive oil. And honestly, I'm doing their website, so they just told me today they only have 27 bottles of this 250 milliliter size left. $35 a piece. Go to their website and get one now because it ain't gonna last long.
Right, now we're gonna put some onion in the pot on the already
Sauté
heated
pan.
olive oil.
No, it's not hot yet, but it'll.
So while our onion's getting ready, we're gonna prepare our carrots. We'll shred it on the super tiny shredder. Micro shredder.
Microplane.
So why we put carrots after onion? Because carrots, they absorb all the oil out of the pan. So we'll put it after the onion. So now we put all the cabbage in, and we're gonna boil it for about 5-10 minutes before we put carrots and onion in it. So take a look at the consistency of the borscht. It's supposed to be really dense. So you can see all the big pieces of the potato. They're still together.
Are those gonna break down all the way?
No, no.
Okay.
That's why we cut them pretty
Got
big.
it.
And our piece of meat. So don't cut the meat.
Hey Bogdan, could you tell our Gourmet Again fans out there what type of wine would we serve with borscht?
So in Ukraine we're not big fans of wine, and we're not a huge connoisseurs of wine. So usually my great grandfather, he would take a shot of vodka,
Ooh,
ice
that sounds
vodka
good.
before the
Like
meal.
this? Would this work?
Perfect.
Fresh out of the freezer? None for you.
I already had some today. So now we're ready to put our carrots in. As I mentioned before, we need to put them after we put the onion because they're gonna absorb all the oil out of the pan.
Okay. In they go.
Oh.
It's okay.
The oil is gone because the carrots, they have absorbed all the oil. So now we're just gonna wait until the carrots get a little bit brownish. Then we'll put our tomato sauce and broth from the borscht.
I think the carrots are just going to get fat.
So now we put our tomato sauce. I think 3 full spoons of tomato sauce will be perfect. So now we take our pot and put some broth.
So you're deglazing the pan with the broth.
Yeah. So we're gonna steam our carrots for a little bit.
We're going to go into the sauna,
Yeah.
the borscht sauna. Smelling really good in here.
Smelling Ukrainian. So now we gotta put some bay leaf, which I gathered on my last hike like 2 weeks ago to the Reservoir Canyon. I just found the bay leaf tree, which we don't have in Ukraine, so I was really surprised. I just took a leaf and it smelled so good, so I decided to take.
Smell it from here.
I know, I can smell them. Smell that, fans.
Pull it up to the camera so they can smell it.
Bay leaves and parsley are like the 2 soup ingredients you have to have.
Yeah,
especially
for
if you
sure.
have fresh parsley. It's amazing.
We mostly put like bay leaf in every dish we make, so the basic spice.
Okay. How many?
I'll just put 3 for this kind of size.
So we're gonna chop how much of the parsley?
Probably just a handful.
So if I grab this much and chop that up real fine.
Perfect.
Does the stems
It's
okay?
it's a huge Italian parsley, especially for Ukrainian borscht.
Do a coarse chop.
Now we're gonna put this onions, carrots, and tomato sauce in the borscht to make it even more red.
Okay. And sweet and fat.
Yeah. More denser.
It smells so good in here.
It's gonna has the same color. You can't even see it. Super dense. You're gonna add some water in it because it's super dense.
So we chopped like that big handful. I chopped it real fine, just the way he said it should be.
Fantastic assistant.
Magnifico.
Bogdan, I myself, our cameraman, and all of our fans are dying to know what's your favorite experience with borscht.
I think the best borscht I've ever had was in my ranch. So we have a ranch like outside the city. It's called dacha because in Soviet Union almost every family had a dacha. Mostly people used to live like in a city, in an apartment, and have a dacha, like little tiny property. So on my dacha we had like a stone stove, like brick stove, and my great grandma, she used to cook this borscht in the stove, and it just kept warm like for days. Like the next day it's gonna be warm still in the stove. So it was the best borscht I've ever had.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
All right, here is the list of ingredients for the version of borscht that we're making, the special version from Bogdan's family. So we start with about a gallon of water, and you'll need more water for later on to keep the pot topped up. So get another pan of water going or your tea kettle. About a pound of a pork loin, 2 beets, peeled and shredded, 5 potatoes, good size russet type potatoes, peeled and chopped into 6 pieces. Half a green cabbage, chopped kind of coarsely, 1 yellow onion, chopped finely, 3 small carrots, shredded, and of course today we used the microplaner, which, did that work out really good, Bogdan?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
perfect.
the microplaner worked really great for the carrots. We'll also need 3 tablespoons of a plain tomato sauce, about 1/4 cup of fresh chopped parsley, half a teaspoon of dried basil, salt and pepper to taste, and on the condiment side we're going to use some sour cream, boiled eggs if you have them, about a half a boiled egg for each plate.
It's optional.
And another traditional option would be baked dough and little pieces of fried lard. This is quite traditional. Also, the salt is really important. Ideally, you would use a black salt or a red salt, which is saltier than what we have.
Yeah, because these, they give a lot of sweetness to the dish, so usually we use a little bit more than for soup.
Oh,
With
so
a little
right,
bit more
because it
salt.
offsets it and balances the sweet and the salt. Oh, that's a great idea. Hey, our cameraman is getting crazy over there. That's it for the ingredients. Don't forget your shot of vodka. All right, the borscht is done. We're gonna take the.
Fantastic.
So we're gonna take the meat
Fantastico.
out of the borscht. It's my favorite kind of meat. It's really soft and very cooked.
Are we gonna just kind of like?
Yeah, we're
take
just
a
gonna cut it
spoon
and
and.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll chop it up and we'll be sharing that with the bowls of borscht.
Mm-hmm.
So get right down in there.
Yeah, take all the ingredients.
Gotta get a couple potatoes in there.
Yeah.
Is it too hot to eat still?
We got salads, so sorry
I
you
meant
guys
for
are gonna
our
have to get
taster.
your salad first.
I meant for our taster.
How's that? Is that full enough?
Yeah, it's good. It's
Okay.
perfect.
About that much or a little more?
That's good. So for not for everybody.
And then a little sour cream on the side
Yeah, we'll just put the sour cream like
in the
on
corner.
side. Mm-hmm.
This?
Yep. Spoonful. Perfect.
Okay. That looks so beautiful. All right, so we're gonna hand this off to our taste tester. A spoon or a fork?
Spoon.
Spork.
A spork.
The sour cream.
A little sour cream.
Yeah, just everywhere.
Everywhere?
Just, yeah.
It looks
Blend
so
it
pretty.
in.
It looked so pretty separated.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it looks different. looks fantastic.
Yep.
It smells incredible.
Looks pink.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Kind of like an orangey
we go.
pink.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm-
French. It looks French. I don't know why.
It
Yours
does.
is pink.
The
It
sour
looks
cream.
French.
smells so good.
Yeah.
I can smell the bay leaf.
Can you smell the salt?
It's so good.
Did you make the same version before
Bogdan,
at
this,
the house?
is, this
Okay.
is wonderful.
Thank you.
Very good. Did you put basil in also?
Mm-hmm. And
Basil,
parsley.
fresh
Bay leaves from your
parsley,
camping
Bay
trip?
leaf from the camping trip.
Um, some fresh cracked pepper.
Do you guys have enough for yourself? Because I would definitely want more.
All right. Well, I'll finish chopping this up if you wanna.
So you're gonna finish the show?
Oh, that's right. We have to finish the show. So this is the end of the show. Thanks everybody for watching Gourmet Again. Thanks to Bogdan from the Ukraine for taking over my kitchen.
That was my pleasure.
Under assistance, of course, but the food is delicious. I will post the recipe on my blog, which is right down here, and you can come back anytime.
Thank you.
Please come back anytime and visit us. It would be wonderful. Thanks to our taste tester Bob and our cameraman
Thank you.
Ron. And
Can't wait to eat.
Gourmet Again. Let's eat. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Na zdrowie!
Yeah.